All right, a bountiful haul of questions. Thanks for those on today's extra time. We've got a work cut out to get through these. Who would you prefer on your backline, Craig? Mustafi or Otamendi? Asks
Otamendi.
Easy.
Easy
answer.
That's not a question. Otamendi.
Who would you prefer?
All day, every day.
The current version of Stevie, Nicol, or Mustafi? Who would you prefer on your backline?
Well, Mustafi.
Yes. You'd have to think about it at least.
I mean, given what we've heard from Stevie...
To be fair, Mustafi would look like Maldini next to me today.
Moving on, Paul, is Kepa a waste of money yet? Most expensive keeper of all time, and he can't save a beach ball going into the garbage bin, apparently. Robbo, you're with us. Biggest waste of money?
I'm not sure he's a waste of money at the moment, but he's not played as well as he should have done. He lets go. I think he's got one of the worst save percentages in the Premier League at the moment. He doesn't seem to make the big saves. He's not great on coming for crosses. So, jury's still out on him, but he hasn't really performed as well as he should do.
When you go to buy a shirt, Robbo, do you ask for ones with the big collars? Or do they automatically bring them out to you to try and sort of take a bit of pressure off other areas?
Big collars? No, I'm not quite sure that my shirts have got big collars. Oh, perhaps it has. Yeah, I suppose so.
Is that a big collar or not?
Well, it's nearly touching his belly button.
That's quite restrained.
I've got a very high
today.
I've got a very high belly button though.
Maybe they're cheaper.
More importantly, how big is the beach ball?
Right. Well, it's,
Because if you got the bin and the beach ball won't go in anyway.
No, it won't. Unless it's a really big garbage bin.
Yeah. He's... Yeah.
So
That's some great things, but...
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You didn't get it, did you? It's like, you're like, right, all right, okay.
Why
slow on the
surprises?
Well, I have the producer telling me, go to the next question. Go to the next question.
Hey,
so
bad.
clearly the garbage bin talk wasn't compelling enough. But,
has anything ever on this show? I mean, it's never stopped us before.
Ask Robbo, says JM, how was Harry Maguire on Sunday against Liverpool? Guess you were talking up Maguire, yeah?
Yeah, I love Maguire as a footballer, but he was second-rate compared with Van Dijk at the other end. I talked about Harry Maguire being the best player on the ball, coming out from the back in the Premier League. At the moment, I would have to change that, and Van Dijk's 2 cross-field passes in the first half, and then he hit another one in behind the right-sided centre-half for Manchester United. Van Dijk was better than Maguire. Maguire's still a very good player, but Van Dijk is head and shoulders above him at the moment.
Says the man who says Van Dijk was a waste of money, apparently, when they first brought him.
Ooh,
wow.
Who said that?
Well, I'm being informed. Reliably, I'm not sure, but I'm being informed. That's what Robert said.
Wow.
Ooh.
Stewie.
Wow.
Well, I'm not sure that's
not
quite
surprised.
true. I'm not sure that's quite true,
I'm not
Steve.
either, Stuart. That's why I was a little hesitant in saying that. But now I got the producer laughing in my ear.
I know our producer will dig it out if I have said it, but
he did.
I said a waste of money.
He did say he hates Van Dijk.
Well, that's a whole different conversation.
It's a personal, though.
Yeah.
Could be.
Okay.
Right.
Everything's personal.
Especially when it comes to collars, apparently. Michael, maybe you should answer this, Stevie. Why is Everton so bad? They let another 2-goal lead slip today.
Because the players they have aren't as good as the coaches, the owners, whoever brought them in, and the fans think they are. At the end of the day, they're bringing players in from a different level than what your Liverpools and Cities and Barças and Reals and everybody else. They're fishing in a different pond, and just because you spend 40 or 50 million on somebody doesn't mean they're particularly brilliant, although it probably should. So nobody in that team's performing.
They made some big financial losses as well.
Why?
Which they've reported recently. So they've spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
And they're moving to a new stadium.
Oh, yeah.
Because they've seen what that's done for Arsenal.
Yeah.
And Tottenham. So well, let's go.
Yeah.
They do have to, modernise anyway.
Let's be honest, right? He was talking about it earlier. The goalkeeper's behind the line, making a save. I mean, as much as he was being sarcastic, it's a good point.
Yeah.
You can't save anything if you stand behind the line, right? And the goalkeeper is supposed to be cool.
It's cutting-edge analysis.
The goalie generally...
Maybe it was his momentum, to be fair.
The goalie in general, though, is supposed to be cool and calm. You like look at Alisson. I mean, how cool is he and Edison?
Just some clarification, by the way, before we move on. Robbo apparently said they spent too much on Van Dijk, not that he was a waste of money. So...
We didn't have to clarify. We knew that was nonsense anyway. You were getting in your ear.
How's Stevie doing?
I was finished, by the way.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you can carry on, because Charlie wants to know how you're doing after your appearance on TalkSport. How's he doing after his appearance on TalkSport? They were completely out of order. Stevie didn't deserve that. What happened on TalkSport?
I didn't deserve what?
I don't know. I was hoping you'd...
No, a guy called Jason Cundy...
Jason Cundy called you a...
Was saying...
questioned your intelligence.
Listen, what
right?
happened was...
Can't criticise him for that.
He was saying... About 3 months ago on this show, Dan and I were talking about, would you swap the Champions League for them to be invincible? And I said yes. Anyway, somehow they ended up having a conversation about this on TalkSport last night, and somebody remembered that I'd said that I would do it. So people have been calling in, and he was calling them all idiots. You're an idiot. How can you say that? You're an idiot. So they called me and said, do us a favour. Put him right, will you? So I put him right, but he still said, well, listen, I've called everybody else an idiot, I'll call you an idiot.
I've got to say, he's one of the best pundits in England, Jason Cundy. He knows his stuff. Certainly knows his stuff, Jason Cundy.
Robbo, do you know what his argument? His argument was that being invincible doesn't mean that much, because you could go through the whole season, draw every game, and get relegated. That was his only argument.
Do you not sit here and then say, though, it's about winning trophies? It's counterproductive to your argument.
What are you winking at him for?
I wasn't winking.
You can't blind. I know with glasses, but you can't blind.
Sorry, I'm over here. I've got a little twitch in my eye. He went on my... No, forget it.
Do we have a next question?
Well, we did, but apparently we've been cut off in our prime because it was too compelling. So they'll have to wait for next time.
What?
Yeah.
We know that's not true.
Pearson and Paul Mariner's Bugle will have to send him in again.
He's the only man that can be in America and his nose is in the UK.
You're not wrong there. Manchester United in action. We will be discussing that on tomorrow's show. I hope you could join us for that.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPNFC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.